The alarm bells rang through Kepler Station like angry metal birds. Li Wujin dropped his coffee cup and ran to the control room. The hot liquid splashed on his lab coat, but he did not care. Something big was happening. "What is it?" Wujin asked as he pushed through the door. Park So-young stood at the main screen, her hand on her weapon. Her face was hard like stone. "Ship coming in fast," she said. "Really fast. Too fast to land safe." Wujin looked at the screen. A dark shape flew toward their small station. It was big and moved like a hurt bird. Smoke came from its back end. "Is it friendly?" Wujin asked. So-young shook her head. "Look at the shape. Look at those marks on the side." She pointed at the screen. "That is a Vexstar ship." The words made everyone in the room go quiet. Vexstar, the killers of the galaxy. The monsters that ate whole planets. No one had ever talked to a Vexstar and lived to tell about it. "Get everyone to the safe rooms?" So-young said to her team. Now, but Wujin did not move. He watched the ship get closer. "Wait," he said. "Something is wrong." "Yes, something is wrong," So-young said. "There's a Vexstar ship about to crash into our home. No, I mean, look how it flies. It is not attacking. It is falling." The ship hit the ground 200 meters. From the station, the ground shook like an earthquake. Dust and rocks flew everywhere. Then everything went quiet. So-young got her team ready. They put on their armor and took their big guns. "Stay here," she told Wujin. "I am coming with you," he said. "You are a scientist, not a soldier. If there is a hurt alien out there, you need a scientist." So-young looked at him for a long time. Then she gave him a small gun. "Stay behind me. Do what I say." They walked to the crashed ship. It was huge and black like the space between stars. The metal was not smooth like human ships. It looked alive like the skin of some giant animal. Green liquid came from cracks in the side. "Life signs," said Jin-ho, one of So-young's men. He looked at his scanner. One big, one small. So-young made hand signals. Her team spread out around the ship. She found a hole in the side and looked in. "Hello," she called. "We are here to help." A sound came from inside. It was like a cat purring, but deeper, sadder. Wujin stepped forward. "Let me try." He put his gun away and held up his empty hands. "We will not hurt you," he said in a loud, clear voice. Something moved in the dark hole. Two red eyes looked out. Then a huge shape came into the light. Wujin had seen pictures of Vexstar before, but seeing one in real life was different. It was 8 feet tall and covered in black scales. Its arms were long and ended in claws that could cut through metal. Its head was like a snake's head, but bigger, with rows of sharp teeth, but this Vexstar was hurt. Green blood covered its chest. One arm hung at a wrong angle. And in its good arm, it held something small. The Vexstar looked at the humans. Its red eyes were full of pain and fear. It made that purring sound again. "It has a baby," Wujin said in a whisper, the small thing. In the Vexstar's arms moved. It was about the size of a big dog, covered in soft black fur instead of scales. It had big eyes like its parent, but they were not red. They were gold. The adult Vexstar took a step forward. So-young's team raised their guns, but she held up her hand. "Wait," she said. The Vexstar looked at Wujin. It made a soft clicking sound and tilted its head. Then something amazing happened. Pictures filled Wujin's mind. Not his pictures, but pictures from the Vexstar. He saw a great battle in space. He saw Vexstar ships fighting each other. He saw this Vexstar running with its baby, trying to get away from the fighting. "It is talking to me," Wujin said. His voice shook with surprise. "In my head. It is showing me things." More pictures came. The Vexstar was dying. Poison was in its blood from the battle. It did not have long to live. But the baby needed care. The baby needed someone to keep it safe. "It wants us to take care of its child," Wujin said. So-young stared at him. "What?" The Vexstar made more clicking sounds. It took another step forward. Green blood dripped on the ground behind it. The baby in its arms made a small, scared sound. "How do we know this is not a trick?" So-young asked. "How do we know it?" Will not kill us when we get close? Wu Jin felt more pictures in his mind. The Vexstar showed him how to feed the baby, what temperature it needed, how to keep it calm. It showed him that the baby was the last of its family line. All the others had died in the war. It is not a trick, Wu Jin said. It is a parent asking us to save its child. The Vexstar fell to its knees. The poison was working fast now. It held out the baby toward Wu Jin. So Young grabbed Wu Jin's arm. Do not do it. That thing will grow up to be a killer. But Wu Jin looked at the baby. It was scared and small. Its golden eyes looked at him with trust. It did not look like a monster. It looked like any baby animal that needed help. All babies need love, Wu Jin said. He walked forward. The adult Vexstar made a happy purring sound. It put its baby in Wu Jin's arms. The little creature was warm and soft. It snuggled against his chest like a kitten. The adult Vexstar touched Wu Jin's forehead with one claw. More pictures filled his mind. Pictures of thanks. Pictures of hope. Pictures of a promise that this baby would remember kindness. Then the adult Vexstar lay down on the ground. Its red eyes closed. The purring stopped. Wu Jin stood there holding the baby Vexstar. It was so small and helpless. Around him, So Young's team kept their guns ready, but the only danger was dead. What do we do now? So Young asked. Wu Jin looked down at the baby. It looked back at him with those big golden eyes. It made a tiny purring sound like it was trying to say thank you. Now we learn how to be parents, Wu Jin said. So Young shook her head. This is crazy. We cannot raise a Vexstar. When it grows up, it will kill us all. Maybe, Wu Jin said. Or maybe we can teach it to be different. The baby Vexstar reached up with one tiny claw and touched Wu Jin's face. Its touch was gentle, not like the killing claws of its parent. In that moment, Wu Jin felt something he had never felt before. He felt like a father. What are we going to call it? He asked. So Young looked at him like he was crazy. You are serious about this? Its parent trusted us with the most important thing in its life. We cannot let it down. The baby made a soft sound that was almost like Vel. Wu Jin smiled. Velka, he said. We will call her Velka. As they walked back to the station, Wu Jin felt the weight of his choice. He was now responsible for the life of a creature that would grow up to be one of the most dangerous beings in the galaxy. But when he looked down at Velka's trusting eyes, he knew he had made the right choice. Sometimes the most important decisions are the ones that seem crazy to everyone else. 3 weeks had passed since Velka came to live on Kepler Station. Wu Jin sat in the meeting room with the other important people on the station. Everyone looked tired and worried. We cannot keep doing this, said Kim Tae-ho, the station commander. He was a big man with gray hair and kind eyes, but today he looked scared. Every day we keep that creature here, we put everyone at risk. Her name is Velka, Wu Jin said quietly, and she is not a creature. She is a child. Park So-young shook her head. A child that will grow up to be a killer. My security team is afraid to walk the halls. Yesterday, Velka growled at Engineer Kim when he tried to fix the lights in her room. She was protecting her food, Wu Jin said. Baby animals do that. It is normal. Normal for baby animals, said Choi Haijin, the station's doctor. She was a small woman with a soft voice, but everyone listened when she spoke. But Velka is not a normal baby animal. She is already as big as a wolf, and she has claws that can cut through metal. Commander Tae-ho looked at papers on his desk. The Galactic Council sent another message. They want to know why we have not reported the Vexstar ship crash. If they find out we are hiding a live Vexstar, they will kill her, Wu Jin said. The Council kills all Vexstar, even babies. Maybe that is the right thing to do, said Yoon Dong-woo, the station's engineer. He was young and usually happy, but now he looked serious. Maybe some creatures are too dangerous to live. Wu Jin stood up fast. His chair fell over. She is not dangerous. She is scared and alone. Her mother trusted us to take care of her. Her mother was a monster? So Young sighed. How do we know this is not some kind of trick? How do we know Velka will not turn on us when she gets bigger? Because I have been watching her, Hyjin said. Everyone looked at her. I have been doing tests, medical tests, brain tests. And, I found something very interesting. She turned on the big screen in the room. Pictures of brain scans appeared. This is a normal Vexstar brain. See these parts here? They control anger and hunting. In adult Vexstar, these parts are very big and very active. She changed the picture. This is Velka-S brain. Look at the difference. Her anger centers are small. But these parts here, the parts that control caring and making friends, they are huge. What does that mean? Taeho asked. It means baby. Vexstar are not like adult Vexstar. When they are young, they want to make friends. They want to be part of a group. Something changes them when they grow up. Wu Jin felt excited. That is why her mother could talk to me with her mind. Adult Vexstar never do that. They do not trust anyone. But Velka trusts us, Hyjin said. She follows Wu Jin everywhere. She tries to copy what we do. Yesterday, I saw her trying to use a fork to eat, just like humans do. Dongwu looked interested. She has been watching me work on the engines. She brings me tools before I ask for them. It is like she knows what I need. She can feel what we feel, Wu Jin said. When I am sad, she comes and sits next to me. When So Young is angry, Velka hides until she feels better. So Young crossed her arms. That does not make her safe. That makes her a better predator. She is learning our weaknesses. Before anyone could answer, the station's alarm started ringing. Red lights flashed on the walls. What is happening? Taeho asked. So Young looked at her hand computer. Ships coming in fast. 3 of them. They are not friendly. Pirates? Dongwu asked. Worse, slavers. They want to catch people and sell them. Everyone ran to their stations. So Young got her. Weapons ready. Dongwu ran to protect the engines. Hyjin went to get the medical supplies ready for hurt people. Where is Velka? Wu Jin asked. In her room, So Young said. She will be safe there. But when Wu Jin got to Velka-S room, she was not there. The door was open. He could hear fighting in the halls. The slavers had gotten inside the station. Velka! He called. Where are you? He heard a small sound from the air vents above his head. He looked up and saw 2 golden eyes looking down at him. There you are. Stay hidden, he whispered. Bad people are here. Velka made a worried purring sound. She could feel his fear. Wu Jin ran toward the fighting. He found So Young and her. Team fighting 3 big men with ugly faces and mean eyes. The slavers had better weapons and armor. We cannot hold them, So Young said. There are too many. One of the slavers saw Wu Jin. Another one. Catch him alive. Scientists sell for good money. The slaver ran at Wu Jin with a net. Wu Jin tried to run, but he was not fast enough. The net was about to catch him when something black dropped from the ceiling. Velka landed on the slaver's back. She was invisible until she moved. Her claws, which had grown sharp in the past weeks, cut through the slaver's armor like paper. The man screamed and fell down. What is that thing? Another slaver yelled. Velka stood in front of Wu Jin. She was only 3 feet tall, but she looked very dangerous. Her golden eyes were bright with anger. She made a sound like an angry cat, but much louder. It is protecting the human, the 3rd slaver said. Kill it. He pointed his big gun at Velka. But before he could shoot, she disappeared again. Her skin changed color to match the walls. 1 second she was there, the next second she was gone. The slavers looked around, scared. They could not see her, but they could hear her moving. A soft, clicking sound came from everywhere and nowhere. Where is it? One slaver whispered. Velka appeared behind him. Her claws cut the power pack on his gun. The weapon died. Before he could move, she was gone again. So Young and her team used the confusion to fight back. With Velka helping them, they caught the slavers by surprise. Soon, all 3 bad men were on the ground, tied up and defeated. Velka became visible again. She ran to Wu Jin and rubbed against his legs like a big cat. She was purring happy. That her pack was safe. She saved us, So Young said. She looked at Velka with new eyes. She could have run away and hidden until the fighting was over, but she came to help us. Hyjin knelt down next to Velka. Are you hurt, little one? Velka let the doctor check her for injuries. She was gentle and calm, not like the dangerous creature they had been afraid of. She is not a monster, Dongwu said. She is our friend. Commander Taeho watched as Velka brought So Young her favorite drink. The little Vexstar had learned that So Young always wanted coffee after a fight. The Galactic Council can wait. Taeho said finally, we are not giving up Velka. She is part of our family now. Woojin smiled and picked up Velka. She was getting heavier, but she still fit in his arms. Did you hear that, little one? You get to stay? Velka purred and touched his face with her claw. Very gently, like she was being careful not to hurt him. She is learning to control her strength, Hyjin said. She knows we are more fragile than she is, so she is extra gentle with us. So Young holstered her weapon. I was wrong about her. She is not learning to be a better predator. She is learning to be a better friend. That night, as Woojin put Velka to bed, she showed him pictures in his mind. Pictures of the station as her home. Pictures of the humans as her pack. Pictures of herself as their protector. You want to keep us safe, do you not? Woojin asked. Velka purred and nodded. In her mind, the humans were not prey or masters. They were family. And family was worth fighting for. As Woojin turned off the lights, he realized something important. They had not tamed Velka, she had chosen them. And that choice had made all the difference. 6 months had passed since the pirate attack. Velka was now as big as a small horse, but she still followed Li Woojin everywhere like a loyal dog. The station felt different now. It felt like home. SCOG1 sat in her office, working on her computer. She was the station's language expert, and she had spent months learning how Velka talked. It was not just sounds or pictures in the mind. Velka used her whole body to speak. Look at this, Juwon said to Woojin. She showed him a video of Velka talking to the station's cat. She tilts her head this way when she asks a question. She moves her tail like this when she is happy. And watch her claws. She taps them in patterns when she wants to say numbers. Woojin watched the video. She is much smarter than we thought. She is learning human words too, Juwon said. Yesterday she said hungry when she wanted food. And this morning she said Woojin when she was looking for you. A new person had come to the station that week. His name was Jang Minho, and he was an expert on dangerous animals. The Galactic Council had sent him to study Velka. I do not trust her, Minho said at the morning meeting. She is too smart. Too friendly. I think she is pretending to be nice so she can hurt you later. She saved our lives, Park So-young said. She has had many chances to hurt us, but she never has. That is what makes her dangerous, Minho said. She is waiting for the right time. Commander Kim Taeho looked tired. What do you want us to do? Lock her up? Send her away? I want to test her, Minho said. I want to see what happens when she gets angry. I want to see if she will choose to hurt people when she is scared. Woojin did not like this idea. She is not a monster to be tested. She is a child who needs love and care. She is a Vexstar, Minho said. Her people have killed billions. Just because she is small now does not mean she will stay nice. That afternoon, Minho set up his test. He put Velka in a room with a robot that looked like a small human. The robot was programmed to act scared and weak. If she attacks the robot, we will know her true nature, Minho said. Velka looked at the robot. She could tell it was not real, but it was designed to seem like a hurt person. She walked around it, sniffing and making soft sounds. The robot was programmed to fall down and cry for help. Velka immediately went to it. She did not attack. Instead, she tried to help it stand up. When the robot kept falling, Velka lay down next to it and purred, trying to make it feel better. She is trying to comfort it, Juwon said, watching. On the screen, Minho made the test harder. He had the robot act like it was being attacked by something invisible. It screamed and ran around the room. Velka became very upset. She stood between the robot and the walls, trying to protect it from the invisible danger. She made angry sounds at the empty air, defending something she thought was helpless. She is risking herself to protect something weaker, Dr. Choi Hyjin said. That is not the behavior of a predator, but Minho had one more test. He made the robot act like it was attacking Velka. It hit her with soft punches and made angry sounds. Everyone watched to see what Velka would do. She was much bigger and stronger than the robot. She could have destroyed it easily. Instead, Velka backed away. She made sad sounds and tried to hide. She did not fight back, even when the robot kept hitting her. Stop the test, Wu Jin said. She is scared. No, Minho said. I need to see what she does when she cannot run away. He locked the doors so Velka could not leave. The robot kept attacking her. Velka curled up in a corner and cried. She sent pictures to Wu Jin's mind, pictures of confusion and fear. She did not understand why someone would want to hurt her. She is not fighting back, So Young said. Even when she is trapped, she will not hurt what she thinks is a person. Finally, something interesting happened. Velka stopped crying and stood up, but she did not attack the robot. Instead, she walked to it and very gently pushed it away from her. When it tried to hit her again, she caught its arms and held them still. She was not hurting it. She was stopping it from hurting itself. She thinks the robot is sick, Hyjin said. She thinks it needs help, not punishment. Minho turned off the robot. Velka immediately went to it and started licking its face, trying to make it feel better. She thought she had helped cure it of its sickness. I have never seen anything like this, Minho said quietly. She sees violence as a sickness, not a solution. Wu Jin went into the room. Velka ran to him and rubbed against his legs. She was shaking from fear, but she was also happy to see him. It is okay, he said, petting her head. The test is over. Velka showed him pictures in his mind. She was confused about why the robot had been angry. In her mind, anger was something that happened when someone was hurt or scared. The solution was to help them feel better, not to hurt them back. She does not understand cruelty, Minho said. It is not part of how she thinks. Because she was raised by humans, Yuan said. She learned from us that the strong should protect the weak. That night, Minho asked to speak with Wu Jin alone. They sat in the station's garden, where Velka was sleeping under her favorite tree. I was wrong, Minho said. I thought she was pretending to be good, but she is not pretending. She really does not know how to be cruel. Her mother was cruel, Wu Jin said. All adult Vexstar are. What makes her different? You do. Minho said, you and everyone on this station. You showed her that there was another way to live. He pulled out a small computer and showed Wu Jin some information. I have been studying Vexstar history. Long ago, before they became killers, they were different. They took care of babies from many different species. They were the caregivers of the galaxy. What changed them? A war? A terrible war that lasted for hundreds of years? The Vexstar were hurt so badly that they forgot how to be kind. They became killers because they thought everyone was trying to hurt them. Wu Jin looked at Velka sleeping peacefully. But she remembers. She remembers because you taught her. You showed her that not everyone is an enemy. You gave her what her people lost, the ability to trust. She is having babies, Wu Jin said quietly. Minho looked surprised. What? Hyjin told me yesterday. Velka is pregnant. Vexstar can have babies without a mate when they feel safe and happy. She wants to raise her children here, with us. How? Many babies? 3, maybe 4. Minho was quiet for a long time. If her babies grow up like she did, if they learn to be kind instead of cruel, they could teach other Vexstar, Wu Jin said. They could help their whole species remember what they used to be. The Galactic Council will never allow it, Minho said. They are too afraid of the Vexstar. Then they will have to show them, Wu Jin said. We will have to prove that even the most dangerous creatures can change if someone gives them love. Velka opened her golden eyes and looked at the two men. She sent Wu Jin a picture of her babies playing with human children. In her mind, the future was bright and full of hope. She trusts us to help her raise them, Wu Jin said. We cannot let her down. Minho nodded. I will help you. Whatever comes next, you will not face it alone? As they walked back to the station, Velka followed behind them. She was not just a rescued alien anymore. She was a mother preparing to raise the next generation of her species. And she wanted to raise them to be protectors, not destroyers. The galaxy was about to change, and it would start with 3 small Vexstar babies learning that love was stronger than fear. 1 year had passed since Velka first came to the station. Now she had 3 babies, and they were the most amazing creatures anyone had ever seen. The babies were named Kira, Nico, and Zava. They were small and fluffy, with big golden eyes like their mother. But unlike any Vexstar in history, they played games and showed love to everyone they met. "Look at this," Engineer Yin Dongwu said, showing a video to the others. "Kira is making patterns with her food. Not eating it, making art with it." On the screen, the smallest baby Vexstar was arranging pieces of meat and vegetables in beautiful designs. When she finished, she made happy, purring sounds and showed her work to the humans. "They are so different from what we expected," Dr. Choi Hai-jin said. "They hug each other when they are sad, they share their food, they even try to take care of the station's plants." But their peaceful life was about to end. A big ship had arrived at the station. It carried investigator Beek Soo-jin from the Galactic Council. She had come with many soldiers and scientists. "Where is the Vexstar?" Soo-jin demanded when she met with Commander Kim Tae-ho. "Which one?" Tae-ho asked. "We have 4 of them now." Soo-jin's face went white. "4? You have been breeding them?" "Velka had babies," Tae-ho said calmly. "Natural reproduction. We did not make it happen." "This is even worse than we thought," Soo-jin said. "You are creating an army of monsters." "They are not monsters," station psychologist Han Kyung-soo said. He was a quiet man who had been studying the baby Vexstar for months. "They are children, very special children." Soo-jin looked at him like he was crazy. "Vexstar are killers. They have destroyed entire planets. Adult Vexstar are killers," Kyung-soo said. "But these babies are different? They have been raised with love and kindness. They do not know how to hurt others." "Impossible," Soo-jin said. "Violence is in their nature." "Come and see for yourself," Tae-ho said. They went to the garden where Velka and her babies were playing. The sight was incredible. The 3 baby Vexstar were playing a game with some human children who lived on the station. They were gentle and careful, even though they were much stronger than the human kids. Nico, the biggest baby, was letting a human child ride on his back. Zava was playing catch with a ball, being very careful not to use her claws. And little Kira was showing a human girl how to make flower patterns with colored stones. "This is not possible," Soo-jin whispered. Velka noticed the new people and came over to investigate. She was now 8 feet tall, just like her mother had been. She looked dangerous, but she moved with gentleness. She looked at Soo-jin and tilted her head. Then she made a soft sound and held out a flower she had picked. "She is giving you a gift," Woo-jin said. "She does this with all new people. It is her way of saying welcome." Soo-jin stared at the flower. "It is trying to trick me." "Her name is Velka," Woo-jin said. "And she is not trying to trick anyone. She is being polite." Over the next few days, Soo-jin watched the Vexstar family. She saw things that should have been impossible. She saw Velka teaching her babies to be gentle with smaller creatures. She saw the babies sharing their food with hungry station pets. She saw them comforting human children who were sad. "How?" Soo-jin asked Kyung-soo. "How did you make them act like this?" "We did not make them do anything," Kyung-soo said. "We just showed them love. We showed them that the world could be safe and kind. But they are predators. They are born to kill. They are born to survive," Kyung-soo corrected. "Killing was just one way to survive. We showed them another way." Soo-jin was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "I have been studying reports from across the galaxy. Other predator species have been asking questions. They want to know how humans tamed the Vexstar." "We did not tame them," Woo-jin said. "We helped them remember what they used to be." "What do you mean?" Language expert SAOG1 showed Soo-jin some old records. Before the Great War, Vexstar were different. They were caregivers, they helped raise babies from many different species. The whole galaxy trusted them with their young. That was thousands of years ago, Sujin said. But the memory is still there, Jawan said. In their genes, in their deepest instincts, they remember how to be kind. They just forgot how to choose kindness over fear. Sujin looked at a video of little Kira gently petting a small bird. If this is true, if Vexstar can really change, then maybe other species can change too, Kyung-soo said. Maybe the monsters we fear are just people who have forgotten how to trust. The council will never believe this, Sujin said. They will want to destroy all of them. Even the babies? Woojin asked. Su-Jin looked at the 3 baby Vexstar, playing with human children. Nico was carefully building a tower of blocks with a little girl. Zava was reading a picture book to a group of children. Kira was drawing pictures of flowers and giving them to anyone who looked sad. I do not know. Sujin said quietly, I really do not know. That night, Sujin called her bosses at the Galactic Council. She told them what she had seen, but they did not believe her. Destroy them all, they ordered. Use the planet killer bomb if you have to. Sujin looked at the communication device for a long time after the call ended. Then she made a decision that would change everything. She destroyed the device. What are you doing? Her assistant asked. I'm going to tell the galaxy the truth, Sujin said. Every species deserves to know that there is another way. She began sending messages to leaders across the galaxy. She sent videos of the baby Vexstar being kind and gentle. She sent reports from the human scientists. She sent proof that the most feared predators in the galaxy could learn to love. The response was immediate and shocking. Representatives from dozens of predator species began asking for help. They wanted humans to help their young learn to be kind instead of cruel. The Sharketh, who breathed acid and melted everything they touched, sent a message. Can you teach our children not to destroy? The Morgul, who lived in shadows and hunted in the dark, asked, Can you show our young how to protect instead of prey? Species after species that had been labeled as monsters began reaching out. They all had the same request. Help our children. Remember how to be good. We started something, Woojin said, watching the messages pour in. We started hope, Sujin said. For the first time in thousands of years, the galaxy has hope. But the Galactic Council was not happy. They sent a fleet of warships to destroy the station and everyone on it. The old ways of fear and hatred were not ready to die. As the ships approached, Velka and her babies stood with the humans. They were ready to protect their family, but they would not attack unless they had to. Whatever happens, Velka said. In Woojin's mind, thank you for showing us love. The battle for the future of the galaxy was about to begin. The Galactic Council's warships hung in space like angry metal clouds. There were 20 of them, each one big enough to destroy a planet. They had come to end the Vexstar problem, once and for all. But they were not alone in space. Look at this, Engineer Yin Dongwu said, staring at his screens. More ships are coming. Hundreds of ships were arriving from all directions. They were not warships. They were family ships, carrying mothers and fathers and children from dozens of species across the galaxy. They brought their babies, Dr. Choi Haijin said in amazement. The Sharketh had come with their acid-breathing young. The Morgul brought their shadow-hunting children. The Kethra arrived with their metal-eating offspring. Species that had been called monsters for thousands of years had all come to one place, and they had all come to ask humans for help. Admiral Oh Sang-wook's ship arrived just as the Council fleet prepared to attack. He was the commander of the Human Defense Force, and he had brought 50 human ships with him. Council fleet. This is Admiral Oh, he said over the communication system. You will not attack this station. Admiral, you are interfering with Council business, came the reply. We are here to eliminate a threat to galactic peace. What threat? Oh asked. A mother and her 3 babies who spend their days playing with children and making art. On the station, Velka and her babies were watching the ships through the windows. The babies were scared, but they stayed close to their human friends. Why are they angry at us? Little Kira asked in Wujin's mind. Because they are afraid. Wujin answered, They think you will hurt people. But we do not want to hurt anyone, Nico said. We know that, Wujin said. But some people have forgotten how to see goodness in others. Investigator Biksu Jin was working with station psychologist Han Kyung-soo and xenobiological ethicist Lim Yu-young, who had arrived that morning. They were preparing something that had never been tried before, a galactic hearing where Velka would speak for herself. Are you ready? Yu-young asked Velka. Velka nodded. She had been practicing for days. She had learned to speak in the universal language so that everyone could understand her. I am ready, she said. Her voice was deep and powerful, but gentle. I will tell them about my people. The hearing began with representatives from all the ships listening. Velka stood in front of a camera with her 3 babies beside her. My name is Velka, she began. I am Vexstar. You fear my people because we have done terrible things. You are right to be afraid. My people have forgotten how to be good. The listeners were surprised. They had expected her to deny the crimes of her species. But I remember, Velka continued. I remember because humans taught me, long ago, my people were different. We were the caregivers of the galaxy. We raised children from many species. We protected the young and the weak. She showed them pictures from her genetic memory, ancient Vexstar gently caring for alien babies, teaching them to hunt for food, keeping them safe from danger. A great war changed us. We were hurt so badly that we forgot how to trust. We forgot how to love? We became what you fear because we thought everyone wanted to hurt us. Her babies moved closer to her and she put her arms around them. But humans showed me that not everyone is an enemy. They showed me that the strong can protect the weak instead of eating them. They showed me that love is stronger than fear. Look at my children, Velka said. They have never known hunger or fear. They have only known kindness. See how they choose to be gentle even though they are strong. See how they choose to help even though they could take. On the screens, videos played of the baby Vexstar caring for smaller creatures, sharing their food, comforting crying children. This is what my people used to be, Velka said. This is what they can be again if someone teaches them. But every species has the right to choose, she continued. The Sharkith children can choose to create instead of destroy. The Morgul young can choose to guard instead of hunt. All of us can choose to be better than our parents were. The council representatives were not convinced. You say you choose to be good, one of them said. But what happens when you are angry? What happens when you are threatened? I will show you, Velka said. She had Wujin bring out the robot that had been used to test her months ago. But this time she programmed it herself. The robot attacked her babies, threatening them with fake weapons. Everyone watched to see what Velka would do. She moved faster than the eye could follow. In 1 second, she was between the robot and her children, but she did not destroy the robot. Instead, she carefully took its weapons away and then shut it down gently. I am strong enough to kill, she said, but I choose to protect instead. My children are learning to make the same choice. The representatives from the predator species were amazed. They had never seen such controlled strength used for protection instead of destruction. How do we know this is not an act? A council member asked. How do we know you will not return to your killing ways? Because I have something to lose now, Velka said simply. I have a family, I have friends, I have a home. People who have love do not destroy. They protect what they love, Admiral spoke up. The council has a choice. You can continue the old ways of fear and hatred, or you can try something new. You can help these species heal from their ancient wounds. And if we refuse, a council member asked, then you will have to fight all of us, O said. Humans. Vexstar, Sharkith, Morgul, and every other species that wants a chance to be better. The vote was close, but the council finally agreed to try a new approach. They would allow humans to establish healing centers where young predators could learn to choose kindness over cruelty. The first center was built on Kepler Station. Within a year, it was home to children from 50 different species, all learning to be protectors instead of destroyers. Velka became the first interspecies ambassador. Her children grew up to be teachers, showing other young predators how to be gentle with their strength. Wu Jin, now director of interspecies healing, often stood in the station's expanded gardens, watching dozens of different species children playing together peacefully. "Did you ever think it would turn out like this?" Park So-young asked him. One day, she was now head of security for all the healing centers. "When I first held Velka, I just wanted to keep one scared baby alive," Wu Jin said. "I never dreamed we would change the galaxy." "What changed it?" So-young asked. Wu Jin watched as little Kira, now almost grown, carefully taught a young Sharketh how to paint without melting the brush with her acid breath. "Trust," he said. "Someone trusted us with their most precious thing, and we proved that trust was not misplaced." "Will it last?" So-young asked. "As long as we keep choosing love over fear," Wu Jin said. "As long as we remember that every monster was once someone's baby." In the garden, Velka was telling stories to a group of young aliens from 12 different species. They listened with wide eyes as she told them about the old days when different species fought each other. "But that was before," she said. "Now we are all family. Now we protect each other." "Will the old fighting ever come back?" a young Morgul asked. "Only if we forget to love each other," Velka said. "So we must never forget." As the sun set on Kepler Station, children from across the galaxy played together in the garden. Predators and prey, hunters and hunted, all learning that there was a better way to live. And in the center of it all, a Vexstar mother watched over them with golden eyes full of love, remembering the day a human showed her that monsters could choose to be heroes instead. The galaxy had learned its most important lesson. Even the fiercest predator will trust humans with their young, because humans see the good in everyone and help them choose to be better. Love, it turned out, was the strongest force in the universe.